Hello everyone, today I will be presenting the inside of my English e-portfolio. So here's a little about me. My name is Kenichi Satyotandi with the student ID 25007402, currently studying in Sunway University, Malaysia. So here's a little about me. My name is Kenichi, like I've mentioned before. I'm taking culinary management as my course. So the reason I chose this course is because I believe in the quote, good food, good mood. And honestly, cooking sounded more fun than sitting in the classroom listening to lecturer. I'm passionate about exploring new flavors, learning food cultures around the world, and trying to not piss off myself. So throughout the semester, I've been working with some amazing people, who are Brian, Hudson, and Yamasin Tayo. For our argumentative topic, we chose salt tipping be banned in the hospitality industry. So one reason why we chose this topic is because there are many controversies about tipping in the service world and how people view the benefits and downsides of tipping from different perspectives. Somehow, we as a group agree that tipping should be banned and replaced with a fair income to reduce discrimination in workplaces. So the deadline of this assignment was due on 19th of December 2025, and our group managed to finish it on time. So here's our project roadmap during our week 1 until week 13. I'm not going to read everything to save more time. So here are our important missions. So coursework 1, coursework 2, and coursework 3. Coursework 1 is divided into part 1 and part 2. So for CW1 part 1, we are doing a business correspondence email. Basically, this lesson taught us how to write an email that is appropriate for the professional business world. One thing that makes a business correspondent email different from any other emails is that the email requires the usage of the 4-point plan, which is introduction, details, action, and closing. The introduction, which is written in the first paragraph, includes a brief self-introduction and states the purpose of the email. For the details, which is basically provides all relevant information and should be separated into different paragraphs to avoid confusion. The third section, action, states that what we expect the recipient to do. Lastly, the closing shows appreciation and includes polite phrases such as thanking the recipient in advance and indicating gratefulness towards their response. So throughout this topic, one of my biggest challenges was grammatical errors, as I had just returned from a long holiday from school and had not been using formal English during that time. So moving on to coursework 1 part 2, critical annotation. This assignment requires us to review two types of articles, one peer-reviewed and one random online article, both supporting our key ideas for our argumentative paper topic. During this assignment, I teamed up with Brian Leo, who I would say is an excellent teammate. I worked on a random article I found on the internet, while Brian reviewed the peer-reviewed article. I also did the introduction while Brian did the conclusion and referencing. So for this assignment, we did not come up with any drafts, as we fixed and polished everything in our first draft. One of the biggest challenges in completing this task is that my time management was awful, as I had 2 to 3 reports from different classes that also need to be completed by that week. But somehow we managed to finish the task on time. So in order to be doing the critical annotation assignment, we need to learn about the APA referencing style. So when doing our reports, we often find sources across the internet, including articles, journals, and blog posts, websites, etc. As a result, to avoid plagiarism, it is compulsory to apply proper referencing to acknowledge and respect the authors. In this university, the APA 7 style is used because it provides a formal and clear format for citing sources. In-text citations are included when ideas or sentences are taken from a pile of an external source, while full references are listed at the end. So here are a few examples. For coursework 2 argumentative paper, for our argumentative paper outline, not many changes were added since our lecturer confirmed that this version of the outline could be used. For this assignment, I was assigned to do the introduction and body paragraph 1, which talks about the downside of tipping culture in the hospitality industry. So for second and third draft, citations were added and we are allowed to use AI ethically to complete our drafts, despite the fact that I completed the drafts without any help of AI and finished everything in the second draft. So my apologies. Due to some technical issues, I apologize that draft 1 could not be included in this e-portfolio. So for coursework 3, e-portfolio basically is what we are doing right now. So for my individual reflection, throughout the whole English course, I have developed many skills, including report writing, critical thinking skills, and email writing. At the beginning of the course, I still found myself stuck in many aspects like grammatical errors and time management due to inexperience. However, through practice and feedback from Miss Joanne, I successfully overcame the difficulties I once faced. One of the most valuable lessons I learned from this course was critical thinking skills, which taught us to view situations not only from one side, but from different perspectives rather than just one. This helped me improve my argumentative paper assignment, where instead of using only one source, I used a few to make the sections where I was assigned to do more convincing to the readers. I would like to sincerely thank Miss Joanne for her guidance and patience. Her explanations were clear and her supportive attitude made the course more enjoyable and less stressful. Overall, I am grateful to have this course in my first semester. So here's one message to people out there from me. Do your best and let God do the rest. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Hope to see you again in the future.